A millionaire real estate mogul walks into Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom wearing a $5,000 designer outfit. Within 60 seconds, she delivers a statement so breathtakingly disrespectful that even seasoned court officers freeze. What happens next isn't just a traffic ruling. It's a masterclass in accountability, proving that wealth cannot shield arrogance from consequences. Before we reveal the outcome of Victoria Ashford's moment of hubris, hit that subscribe button because we're racing towards 600,000 subscribers. This story about respect, responsibility, and justice will remind you why the courtroom is one of the last places where money is meaningless and character is everything. Here's a question. When did our society forget that some people deserve respect, not for their bank account, but for what they represent? Victoria Ashford's case proves that contempt of court is not just a legal term. It's a line you never cross, no matter how many zeros are in your net worth. The bailiff leans toward Judge Caprio. Your Honor, this defendant has been difficult with staff, dismissive, condescending. She demanded we reschedule for a conference call. Judge Caprio nods, understanding that patience will be needed. The citation reads, Victoria Ashford, age 52, cited for running a red light with aggravating circumstances. The officer noted a pedestrian nearly struck. When asked for her license, Victoria refused, claiming her lawyer handles such matters. Victoria Ashford enters the courtroom as if it's her personal stage. The Valentino suit fits perfectly. Diamond earrings catch the fluorescent light, and her Hermes handbag, worth more than most people earn in a month, hangs from her wrist. But it's not the luxury that fills the room. It's her attitude. She doesn't bother looking at anyone directly. Her phone glows in her hand, far more important than the proceedings. She sighs as if this entire process is beneath her dignity. Judge Caprio greets her warmly. Miss Ashford, good morning. Please approach the bench. Victoria moves slowly, thumbs still dancing across her phone. She ignores the greeting. Miss Ashford, not Mrs. I didn't marry for a name, Your Honor. I built my own empire, she corrected him sharply, as if assuming marriage to chief success is an insult. She finally slides her phone into her bag, deliberately slow, signaling compliance, but only on her terms. Judge Caprio maintains composure. Miss Ashford, you are here regarding a traffic citation, running a red light on Benefit Street. How do you plead? Victoria shifts her weight, hand on her hip. Look, I'm managing a $12 million commercial deal. Can we expedite this? I have actual important work waiting. The word actual lands like a slap. She has told a judge in open court that his courtroom is less important than her work. The gallery reacts, quiet gasps, head shaking. Judge Caprio's tone is calm, yet firm. Miss Ashford, these proceedings are important. They concern public safety and the rule of law. Victoria scoffs. A red light? Your Honor, do you know how many jobs I create? How much tax revenue my company generates? I employ over 300 people. My developments have revitalized entire neighborhoods. This citation is beneath me. In her world, success equals exemption. The courtroom feels smaller, the air thicker. Judge Caprio picks up the file, reviewing it carefully, while Victoria checks her watch. Miss Ashford, the law applies equally to everyone. Your business success does not change that. Her gaze meets us for the first time, cold and dismissive. With respect, Your Honor, in the real world, everything has a price. I've paid dozens of these tickets. Just tell me the fine. My assistant will handle it. She has reduced justice to a transaction, the courtroom to a payment window, and Judge Caprio to a cashier, and she has no idea what she's just set in motion. Judge Caprio sets the file down carefully, measured. Miss Ashford, let's review the details. The citation indicates you ran a red light on Benefit Street at the intersection of Hope at 3:15 p.m. Does that sound correct? Victoria waves her hand dismissively. If that's what the ticket says, fine. I have more important things occupying my mind than traffic signals. The judge continues, steady. The officer's report states you initially refused to provide your driver's license. Victoria arches her eyebrows. I asked why I was being stopped. Isn't that my constitutional right? Or does that not apply to people who actually contribute to society? Her jab is subtle but unmistakable. The gallery shifts uncomfortably. Judge Caprio remains calm. You absolutely have the right to ask why you were stopped. But according to Officer Ramirez, you told him you don't carry a license because your lawyer handles all traffic matters and that his time was wasted on someone of your stature. Victoria doesn't deny it. I may have said something to that effect. I was late for a meeting. The officer seemed more interested in flexing authority than actual safety. The prosecutor stands. Your Honor, may I approach? She hands Judge Caprio several documents. Miss Ashford's driving record shows 6 prior violations in 3 years. All paid, never appeared in court. This violation has aggravating circumstances not initially noted. Judge Caprio examines the documents. His expression grows serious. Miss Ashford, these prior violations include 2 speeding tickets, 3 red light violations, and 1 reckless driving citation. That's a significant pattern. Victoria raises her voice. A pattern of what? Living my life. Every ticket was paid immediately. That's how the system works. You give tickets. I pay them. Everyone's happy. That's the transaction. No, Miss Ashford. Judge Caprio says, his voice carrying weight. These violations represent moments where you endangered yourself and others. They're not transactions. They're warnings you chose to ignore. Victoria laughs bitterly. Warnings? I've driven 35 years, never caused an accident. These tickets are revenue generation, nothing more. The prosecutor adds, the traffic camera footage shows Miss Ashford ran a red light in a school zone at dismissal time. An elderly man had to jump back to avoid being struck. The courtroom erupts in whispers. Judge Caprio raises his hand for silence. Miss Ashford, you ran a red light in a school zone during dismissal time. Victoria tightens her jaw. That school zone is ridiculous. The pedestrian was jaywalking. Why isn't he fined? Gasps echo through the room. Judge Caprio's expression hardens. The man was in a designated crosswalk. You ran the light and nearly struck him. Do you understand the seriousness of this? Victoria crosses her arms. What could have happened didn't happen. I had complete control of my vehicle. People should pay attention. Why should I be penalized? Judge Caprio leans forward. Miss Ashford, you ran a red light. You broke the law. The pedestrian did nothing wrong. Victoria's voice turns sharp. This whole proceeding is a waste of time. My time, your time, everyone's time. I run a $40 million company. Make decisions affecting hundreds of employees and their families. I contribute more than most here will earn in a lifetime. Yes, I ran a red light. Yes, I'll pay the fine. Can we process this and move on? Silence. Even the court reporter pauses. Victoria locks eyes with Judge Caprio. With all due respect, Your Honor, I don't need a lecture from someone who's never built anything. I create opportunities. I develop properties. I generate wealth. What do? You sit in this box collecting a paycheck. The courtroom explodes in silent shock. The bailiff steps forward instinctively. The gallery gasps. Victoria had just insulted the judge's life's work. Judge Caprio's face changes. The warmth, the kindness, the beloved patience vanish. His eyes harden, jaw sets. His voice quiet but piercing. Miss Ashford, did you just tell this court that my service to the law is meaningless? Victoria does not back down. She genuinely does not understand her mistake. I operate in a different world. Your Honor, results matter. Productivity matters. I cannot afford this time in a courtroom. Judge Caprio stands. The gallery falls silent. Even Victoria senses the temperature drop. You have shown most profound disrespect for this court I have witnessed in 38 years. Before Victoria can speak, a voice rises from the gallery. Your Honor, may I speak? It's Robert Chin, 70s, wearing a veteran's cap. I've appeared here 3 times. Parking violations. Each time, Judge Caprio treated me with respect. You, ma'am, don't understand. He measures worth in fairness, compassion. You think money makes you better. That shows who you are. Applause erupts. Judge Caprio raises a hand, letting the community's disapproval wash over Victoria. She looks less confident, arms uncrossing. Judge Caprio cuts through the tension. You have one opportunity to retract your statement and apologize. Victoria hesitates, then doubles down. Why apologize for speaking the truth? Respect is earned, your honor. I run a company. You sit in a courtroom. The courtroom erupts again. But Judge Caprio does not interrupt this time. He lets it happen. Miss Ashford, you've made a choice that will define this hearing. We are now examining exactly who you are and what you represent. He opens the expanded file. Traffic footage, company violations, lawsuits, building hazards.